The late 1960s and early 1970s were a dark time in Northern California. A mysterious figure known as the Zodiac Killer terrorized the region with a series of brutal murders, cryptic letters, and baffling ciphers. Unlike most killers, the Zodiac didn't just commit crimes. He communicated, taunted police, and challenged the public to solve his puzzles. Despite intense investigations spanning decades, his true identity remains one of America's greatest unsolved mysteries. The Zodiac's first confirmed crime occurred on December 20th, 1968, near Vallejo, California. High school students, Betty Lou Jensen and David Faraday, were parked on a remote road when a gunman approached. He shot them both at close range, killing Betty Lou instantly, while David died from his wounds. Less than 6 months later, on July 4th, 1969, the killer struck again, targeting another young couple, Darlene Ferrin and Michael Mageau. This time, Michael survived, despite multiple gunshot wounds, providing the first eyewitness account of the attacker. These attacks spread fear across the Bay Area, especially among young couples who feared going out at night. Shortly after the July murders, the Zodiac began sending letters to Bay Area newspapers. His first letter arrived at 3 newspapers on August 1, 1969, the San Francisco Chronicle, the San Francisco Examiner, and the Vallejo Times-Herald. The letter included a challenge. He had created a cipher, a 408-symbol code, which he dared the newspapers to publish. He promised that if solved, the cipher would reveal his identity. Cryptographers, both amateur and professional, worked for weeks to crack the code. Eventually, the message was decoded. It contained chilling references to killing and the joy he found in his crimes, but it revealed no name. This letter marked the start of a deadly game of cat and mouse. The Zodiac claimed responsibility for several more attacks and murders in the following years, though some remain disputed by authorities. On September 27, 1969, taxi driver Paul Stein was murdered in San Francisco's Presidio Heights. This killing was notable because it happened in a busy urban area, unlike the secluded attacks before. The killer also sent more letters and additional ciphers, some of which remain unsolved to this day. He signed his notes with a cryptic symbol resembling a crosshair or target. In his letters, he threatened more violence and boasted about evading capture, fueling intense media coverage and public fear. Police investigated many suspects, but the case was frustratingly elusive. One of the most famous suspects was Arthur Lee Allen, a convicted child molester whose belongings included Zodiac-like items and whose behavior matched some profiles. However, despite extensive investigation, no definitive DNA evidence or eyewitness confirmation tied him to the crimes. Other suspects have ranged from police officers to writers, and the case remains open, with new theories and leads emerging, even decades later. Of the ciphers Zodiac sent, only some have been cracked. The 408-symbol cipher was solved in 1969, revealing his chilling manifesto. However, a second cipher, known as the 340-symbol cipher, baffled cryptographers for over 50 years. It wasn't until December 2020 that a team of codebreakers finally cracked this cipher, which contained a message mocking police and hinting at his desire to kill more people. Still, no personal details were revealed. Other ciphers remain unsolved, adding to the mystery. The Zodiac Killer has left an indelible mark on American culture. His story has inspired films like Zodiac, countless books, podcasts, and documentaries. The combination of brutal violence, cryptic puzzles, and elusiveness captures the public imagination. Despite modern forensic advances, the killer's identity remains a mystery, a shadowy figure haunting the dark corners of true crime history. Will the Zodiac ever be unmasked? For now, his ciphers and letters remain haunting relics, waiting for answers. The mystery of the Zodiac Killer continues to baffle and intrigue people around the world. Despite decades of investigation, his true identity remains hidden, locked behind ciphers, shadows, and unanswered questions. What do you think? Could the Zodiac Killer still be out there, or was he someone closer than anyone imagined? If you enjoy unraveling mysteries like this, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell for more chilling true crime stories. And don't forget to leave your theories and thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear what you believe about the Zodiac Killer. Remember, every clue brings us one step closer to the truth.